So anyway, I was now, what I understand about life is talking words. But as I talk the words, I see how cold it can get really. But find yourself much better. I am where I'm meant to be, and I have to push the zone. In that zone, I have to push myself. It's easy to push it now, because I can speak the words. But guess what? I mean, the training wheels of life is really the words, and it's never on the bike that you ride. Understand? So if you get your kids on the bike, on the training wheels, then get them to talk the words, to do that themselves, without you watching. Understand that? I mean, you may be someone who puts the kid on the bike, and then you say, drive it. And you may be wanting to watch your kids. But teach your kids the other way around. And teach them to go doing that without you. Understand? I mean, teach them to understand that Papa is here, and that Mama is here. But that the words is what leads you. The words that you can talk about. That you can go on your own without Papa and Mama. But yeah. It's more like that. I'm understanding these people who I grew up with, they need Papa and Mama. They need Papa and Mama. I never need Papa and Mama. I never need Papa and Mama, man. I need the words I speak, man. I need Jesus Christ's Bible. I need words in this life. I need to speak up more. I need the images of life. But all I need is the word I, mate. All I need is the word I. The word I can never hurt you. But what other people give you the word I? They give you the word I. And guess what they do? And they say, I want you to drink alcohol. I never want you to drink alcohol though. And that's what they say. And then you say, why? I mean, they say, it tastes good. I mean, really? And they say, it can make you drowsy a bit. I mean, then you say, what the fuck is it? And then you're fucking curious about alcohol, man. And then you're that person on the fucking homeless street where you may be fucking down on your luck, mate. But you're never that type of person, are you? I'm never that type of person. I'm doing better than that. But you may be someone from that point on who's so curious about alcohol to be a prisoner, mate. And then what happens is you find yourself in a jail cell because you went suicidal. And you may go that way. But the thing is, you may have done something to somebody at that point to kill their family or to kill your family. And I never want that for you, because that's how it starts with alcohol, mate. Because some guy came into your life, or some woman, and said, hey, man, this alcohol, man, is excellent. And then you were believing their words. And because you're believing their words, then you believe everything they say, and then you become like them, because their words is who you are, mate. But if you believe Jesus Christ's words, you just become like Jesus Christ. I just want you to believe Jesus Christ. That's the best way. But it's that story, man. I mean, the Bible is so positive, man. I mean, the people who wrote the Bible are so positive, man. And you have to understand that. I mean, guess what? I mean, no fucking drug addict wrote the Bible, mate. No fucking drug addict wrote the Bible. I understand the disciples over here, they never drink wine. They never drink alcohol, mate. I mean, do you imagine Jesus Christ with the disciples and the disciples are drunk around Jesus Christ? Never. Never. Jesus Christ selects people who are sober, mate. Now, yes, they may have eaten fish. But the thing is, they were never drunk. They're never drunk ever. I mean, God's sitting next to you. I mean, you want to be next to God drunk? And Jesus Christ may say, hey, go get the woman while you're drunk. for example. But then he may say, go get the woman to help her to carry her stuff, for example. And he may say it. And he's saying good to you so you can help her. And never to fucking charge you or to fucking tell you to boss you around or anything. But then you say, because you're drunk. I mean, you may be drunk. I'm never drunk. But you may say to Jesus Christ from that point, what for? Because drunk people do that, mate. But Jesus Christ said, help the woman, mate. I mean, help her. I mean, isn't helping the way already? I mean, why do you have to question Jesus here? Why do you question God when he says something? I mean, why do you question God for? I mean, guess what they were doing? I mean, guess what the Pharisees were doing to God? I mean, they were questioning him at every fucking interval, mate. I mean, never question God, mate. I mean, why? Because God's excellent the way he is. I mean, why do you want God to explain himself? I mean, God explains himself when he wants, mate. And never when you question him. I mean, you understand? I mean, if God says something, then just do it. Because it's helpful, because it's God. And God gave you life. And God gave you the 10 Commandments. So why not? I mean, why not just fucking do what he says? I mean, why not just live the 10 Commandments of God, like Jesus Christ? I mean, God said so. But the thing is, that because God said so, that's the best way. And you must understand that. So never question it at all. Just understand it. Just fucking walk it. Because it's the best way. I just fucking told you why. Never fucking question it. So if you look at Danny Milivojevic, then never question me at all. And never fucking answer questions to me in life. But answer somebody else. Because I have all the answers already, mate. I have all the answers already, mate. And guess what? I'm always learning more. And never question me. I mean, never ask me questions. I mean, never ask anybody questions in this lifetime, mate. You understand? But go and find out for yourself how to speak words, mate. And never ask people how to fucking talk to you. I mean, all they fucking do at the seminar is, how did you fucking make $1 million? I mean, fucking words, mate. I mean, it's all fucking communicational words. Well, never fucking question me and go and find out for yourself. And why the fuck are you learning from me, bro? You go and learn how to speak your words rather than listen to me, mate. If you understand how to fucking talk your words, then you understand how to get to Danny Milivojevic. If you just fucking listen to me all your life, then all your fucking life is a waste, mate. I promise you. You never just fucking listen to me, but go and fucking speak the words of Danny Milivojevic. I mean, you have to speak the words of Jesus Christ and Danny Milivojevic to understand fucking true legacy. Because if you just listen to us, in a way of fucking reading from us, without doing the words, mate, then fucking you're wasting your time. We have to fucking do what we say. Because never question it. And never question why. Because it fucking makes common sense, and that's why. And just fucking understand it from fucking get-go, mate. That it fucking makes sense. Never question it. Never question doesn't make sense. I mean, never question other people and if they make sense or never make sense. But if I ask Jesus something, the thing is, I ask Jesus what he does in this situation, and that's different. But then Jesus Christ gives me the answer of what he does, and then I never question it again, mate. I'll give an example, for example. I mean, this is what the Pharisees were doing to Jesus Christ. When Jesus Christ says, 10 Commandments of God is the way. And that's what Jesus Christ says, for example. And they say, why? And Jesus Christ says, because it's the nicest way. And they say, why? And they're fucking saying always why. And Jesus Christ says, because you have to be kind. And they say, why? And for fuck's sake, yeah? And the fucking Pharisees are just questioning Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ says, because I respect father and mother. And they say, why? And that's all they fucking question, mate. I mean, just fucking why? Like a fucking barking, mate. Jesus Christ, mate. I promise you, they're fucking barking. Rah. And Jesus Christ says, because of the nice attitude and because you have to be positive. And they say, why? And that's all they fucking do, mate. Is question God for everything, mate. But this is Danny Milivojevic with Jesus Christ. I mean, what do you do, Jesus Christ? I mean, do you eat fish or do you eat plants? And Jesus Christ says, Jesus Christ says he eats plants. And then Jesus Christ, and then I understand. I understand straight away. He eats plants. I understand now, I want to understand this. That question helps me to understand him. Yeah? But do I want to question him now? Or should I no? I want to fucking look at the plant. I want to fucking question it for myself to understand it. I'm saying? I'm that kind of guy. I'm fucking understanding the plant, man. But then Jesus Christ says, I see you having a hard time, man. I mean, Jesus Christ, see Danny Milivojevic fucking looking at the weed plant or some shit, and he's looking at plants, and he's fucking trying to find out what the fuck this is. Jesus Christ says, do you want a story? Jesus Christ says to Danny Milivojevic, I mean, do you want a story from God about the plant? I say, yeah. Yeah. But just that, because that's how it is. I mean, did I question God there? Unfortunately, I was never questioning God, was I? But I was so fucking nice about it, wasn't I? I was so fucking nice to run up to the plant to really see what God loves. I mean, and then God sees you like that. And God sees that you love God because you're now somebody who never went to the meat, but you went to the plant because God said he loves plants. And fucking Danny's around plants for fuck's sake. And God sees Danny, but Danny's fucking honest. But Danny's never tried to fucking question God about it. But Danny's fucking gone to escalate this fucking type of thing to fucking find a miracle here. I just that Jesus Christ is looking at Danny and says, hey you, I mean, you want to be my disciple? And Danny says, yes I do. But Danny Milivojevic never says why. Danny Milivojevic never questions God about it. But he just follows Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ says, hey, go get me the bread. Danny Milivojevic says, no worries, I'll get the bread. That's how the disciples were with Jesus Christ, man. They said, yeah. But that's exactly what they were doing. Jesus Christ says, get this and get this. But then Jesus Christ says, I'll give you the story and the notion about everything I'm doing. Anyway, they say, fuck yes. They fucking go and do everything for Jesus Christ, man. And that's the thing, yeah? But the Pharisees are different. And let's say the Pharisees ask the question here. And they say, what do you love? And they say, what do you love to Jesus Christ? And do you love meat or do you love plants? And Jesus Christ says, well, I love plants. They say, why? And that's the Pharisees. And Jesus Christ says, I love plants because it never kills animals. And the Pharisee says, why? I mean, what's the difference between Danny Milivojevic and the Pharisees? I mean, Danny Milivojevic is already a disciple of Jesus Christ, mate. Because why? Because Danny Milivojevic is never questioning Jesus Christ here about his actions. But the Pharisees never trust Jesus Christ. So they say, why? And why? And why? Why? And why this? And why that? And why this? And then they want to fucking do what Jesus Christ wants them to do. I mean, Jesus Christ wants them to do like Danny Milivojevic. But the Pharisees are so stupid that they ask why about everything. But Danny Milivojevic is never asking why. But Danny Milivojevic is fucking gone there to just fucking escalate something around the imagination of what God loves. But the Pharisees are never doing that, are they? When the Pharisees never care about Danny Milivojevic, never care about Jesus Christ, mate. And they never care about their wives either. But somebody like Danny Milivojevic cares about everything. Because you can see through Jesus Christ that he cares. And that's why Jesus Christ says, I want you as my disciple. You understand? Because I never question God about anything he does. Because I understand he's fucking honest, man. But the Pharisees always question him. And they say, question everything as well. But listen to me. Which if you question everything, you question yourself only. I mean, never question God. I never question God. But if you question God, then question him in a way that you want to find out about God. But never question him in a way that you want to fucking do something to hurt God. Understand? The Pharisees are different, and they question God to hurt God. But Danny Milivojevic may question God to find out about God, but never to hurt God. I can ask Jesus Christ many questions about life. But then also, I never have to question God. But I never hurt God. That's the thing. I never hurt God yet. But the Pharisees want to hurt God, mate. I never want to hurt God. I just want to fucking go escalate myself to find out. But the thing is, every single day, you can always ask God about anything. But never try to hurt God physically. But how can you anyway? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Jesus Christ is in the Bible. But I'm teaching you something now. I'm teaching the Pharisees question God to hurt God physically. But Danny Milivojevic never does that. I mean, if I question you, I may want to find out, but never to hurt you. Because I'm honest. But those people who question you to hurt you physically are dishonest with you. And the Pharisees are dishonest, yeah? Because they question you and ask you questions like they're curious about you, but they fucking want to kill you, mate. And that's a fucking liar, mate. But Danny Milivojevic is someone also who never has to question God, but does what God wants. Danny is God's servant, yeah? So make sure you understand that. Make sure you understand that when Jesus Christ says to the Pharisees, go and get my bread. Pharisees spit in his face, mate. You understand that? Yeah. They spat in his face, mate. But when Jesus Christ says it to Danny Milivojevic, Danny Milivojevic is obliged by God. You understand? And that's the thing about Danny Milivojevic, mate. I'm doing his work now. I'm doing Jesus Christ's work right now. When you hear it in the words, that's the thing. I understand Jesus Christ is saying, that's the thing, isn't it? Now that's what we have to understand about Pharisees. And Pharisees are people who are dishonest and want to hurt you physically. So what did Jesus Christ do with the Pharisees? Or should Jesus Christ never hurt anybody physically? When Jesus Christ did with the Pharisees opposite of the Pharisees, mate. But with Danny Milivojevic, Jesus Christ does exactly like Danny Milivojevic. Yeah. But that's the thing. But Danny Milivojevic may be unaware about the word I in this situation. You understand? But that's something that Jesus Christ teaches him along the way. Which is what? I love you is what? You can ask questions and ask all the questions you want, but never try to physically hurt somebody. The 10 Commandments of God means never hurt other people physically. I was somebody back in the days where I did hurt some people physically, and I was first to do it. You understand? I was recently in jail because I hit a woman physically because she hit me, and I broke the 10 Commandments there. I understand she hit me first, but it never matters. It never matters, mate. Never get into a fist fight in the first place. What did I do from that point on? I learned from the situation, and I said to myself, never again do I go at night time anyway, mate. I made sure of it, because that was when it happened. It did happen at night time. I said to myself, hey, from this point on, I want to learn from this situation to never be in prison again for 12 hours and more. And I make sure that from now on, I have a curfew at 6 p.m. So I hit her around 8 p.m. at night. I make sure I have a curfew at 6 p.m. So I never hit a woman again. And then what I said is, I didn't want to fucking go at night time walking around, because that's what made me hit the woman. I learned from it, yeah? And then from now on, I also never want to go to Cairns either, because that's where I hit her. I don't want to be there again. I learned from it, yeah? I learned from it, mate. I never go to Cairns again. I never fucking walk at night time again, and I have a 6 p.m. curfew because of fucking that bitch that I hit in the head. You understand? I love her. I love her so much that I never kill her. I love her so much that I never want to stab her in the face, man. You understand? I learned from it. And I said from that point, I never want to be in a fucking prison either. So I fucking made those 3 disciplines, didn't I? mean, yeah. I was roaming the nights, mate, with fucking bike. This fucking woman on the ice, mate. She was on the ice or something. Fucking hit me in the face for no reason, man. And I did turn around out of somewhere and fucking hit her, man. For fucking no reason, man. It's stupid. And luckily, the police was there because 50 fucking black guys were running at me to kill me. I mean, black guys, yeah. I mean, all black guys, man. This one. I apologize for you black guys out there. But these people were black guys. I mean, 50 black guys defending one black woman. I mean, yeah, and they all want to fucking kill me, man. Oh, yeah. But that's Cairns, Australia, mate. I understand that. But luckily, white policeman came. White policeman came this one. But there was never a fucking black policeman inside in the police section over here. But white men came to protect me. But I said, yeah. But Jesus Christ says, honest. And yeah. But white policeman. Or I'd rather be on the white policeman's side this time. You understand? But yeah, I recognize that. Whereas anyway, but what I do now is I move on, man. I move on. I learn from that. I'm never that way anymore. You understand? But that's the thing. I mean, never break the 10 Commandments. But anybody who breaks the 10 Commandments gets into a fist fight. But there's been some moments where I fucking hit first, man. And that's a shit moment for me, man. I mean, on one occasion, fucking at Candy Valley there, I hit this guy, Stefan Milovanovic, man. I hit him out of nowhere, man. Man, fucking stupid. But right now, I don't want to kill him, because otherwise I would have done so. I've learned from it, yeah. But the other one, I mean, for fuck's sake, I mean, who else did I hit? I hit Slaven Simic, man. I was driving a car, and fucking standing and watching me, and I fucking get out the car, fucking boom in the face, mate. I mean, what a fucking asshole, mate. But I never did kill him, did I? I learned from it, man. I was so stupid, man, about that. But then what? But then that fucking woman Cairns, I fucking hit her too. But she hit me first, but it never matters, man. But that never matters, does it? But that situation is still a fight, isn't it? And that's breaking the 10 Commandments. Even if you fight back, it's breaking the 10 Commandments. But yeah. But although I see a transvestite over there, I fucking kick him in the fucking ass, mate. For no reason. Because I learned in Serbia, and the Serbian people do that. So I was trying to be Serbian. And it was so stupid, mate. I never went to kill the guy. I didn't want to kill him either. But that's something that taught me something. That there was no situation there for me to even be able to kill the person here. Which means that's a fellow crime, mate. That's something where karma can get me right now. In other ways, mate. And now, guess what? Personally, that's something where I understand. I never went that way. Or did I? Personally, nah. I never went that way, mate. And that's a street where it's silence and there's nobody there, mate. And when did I go from that point? I went in right into it. Right into that silent note there. And what is that silent note there? Whereas that's the word I, mate. I said to myself, that fucking street there is the word I, and never fucking do it again, mate. I learned from that situation quickly. I learned from it quickly. That one there is a different one. That one there where I kick him in the ass, but I never even fucking knew him. I never fucking understood it. I never even fucking talk any words to him. I never fucking met him in my life. I was fucking on drugs, mate. But yeah. Rushing from that point, I see the other people were never there for me either in that day. But guess what? They act like your friends, mate. And they keep you as a prisoner, and they act like your friends. But they're prisoners too. But with Stefan Milovanovic, I see this is fucking broken, mate. I see no silent notes here. I see now, how did I find the silent notes here? I said to him, I'll never hit him again because I was so stupid, mate. But that's it. I learned from it. But how did I learn from it? I fucking said, hey, I'm fucking smart enough to understand that fighting is never the fucking solution, man. And that's it. That's how I learned from it. I was never meant to hit him, man. I just fucking wise up, yeah? And then fucking that woman over there in Cairns, I fucking hit her and I said, fuck. Went to fucking prison for 12 hours. But she never did. I mean, she never did go to prison for hitting me. I mean, she's an Aboriginal woman. I mean, she never fucking did hit me. I mean, she fucking did hit me, but she never did go to prison. I had to cop it. But guess what? I said to myself, 6 p.m. curfew, and I'll never go fucking nighttime anywhere. I never go Cairns again. For anything, mate. I want to live up to it. I want to go fucking Great Barrier Reef somewhere else, mate. But that's the thing about Great Barrier Reef. I said over there at the Cairns is the best area. But is it really? But I asked Jesus Christ where to go. But Jesus Christ says, the best thing for you is go somewhere else, mate. Which there's a Townsville one, which there's other places where I can go Great Barrier Reef. But I understand fucking over there in Mackay, which over there's a crocodile running around, mate. Which that's the thing. But over there in Cairns as well, there's a crocodile, mate. Which the crocodiles fucking come over there and the fucking Great Barrier Reef, mate. And they're fucking big, mate. They're fucking huge crocodiles, man. I don't want to fucking be in the water there. I mean, does Jesus Christ go to the Great Barrier Reef? Or she says, nah. But she's been there in words, mate. But she can see through the images what that is, mate. I mean, what can you actually learn through the Cairns Barrier Reef, mate? I mean, you can see something in images there. And that's it, mate. Which it's fucking small images, mate. It's a small dream, mate. I mean, a little bit of minimum image. I mean, it's minimum images, mate. I mean, for fuck's sake. It's an experience. And yes, it's an experience. But the thing is, I've learned from everything now. I move on, man. I mean, I'm somebody who's doing 27 minutes of this audio, but I promise you that Aboriginal woman is never doing that, man. But that woman who's Aboriginal, she may do it, but she's never doing what I do, man. Or she? Well, at that stage where she hit me, but she never do this. But she never be doing this audio program at that stage where she did hit me, I promise you. I promise you. But anybody who's physically violent with you is never doing these audio programs. But anybody who's physically violent with you, or anybody who's violent, is never doing these audio programs. I'm doing audio programs at least. I'm very smart now. I understand that. I understand real estate. I see real estate, man. I mean, what can you say about real estate, man? I see that fucking updating people with real estate. What's going on in real estate? But eventually you can update yourself here. And you can go, you can go and find out information alone for deals by yourself, mate. And that's the thing. I mean, that's a real experience. And that's a real experience of real estate, is do it yourself and find ideas yourself and speak the words of real estate and speak the words of everything yourself and never rely on other people's words to speak for you. So if you're reading other people's words, then what are you really reading, man? I mean, I'm just reading the word I. But if you're reading the word I, then it's do it yourself, isn't it? So why are you reading from them in the first place? I mean, it's like understanding that I have my word I anyway. You have to read something anyway. I have to read the fucking cars over there. And the cars are fucking going left and right center. I have to read that. So why not fucking read from them too? But that's fucking different, yeah. But anyway, I'm understanding that since I'm actually talking more, I'm understanding I'm loving more, man. But the thing is, man, that they may have pussy for tonight, but that Animal Voyage has you, mate. And I thank you very much for being here, man. But guess what? I at least have words to talk to you all night long, because they're going to have sex and fall asleep for 9 hours. But I'm going to talk to you for 9 hours. There's a big difference. I see the thing about people, I'm saying that they can talk together and have no physical attraction together. I mean, they can talk together but never have sex with each other. So that's what Jesus Christ does. And then there's other people who talk together and have attraction with words, but then they want to physically have sex together too. So those are common scenarios that can happen. But you want to find yourself in the situation of words only. And find yourself in the words only. And if you find yourself in the words only here, then you're delaying gratification again. So I understand it's much better to delay gratification because it's never about the pleasure. And when you understand that it's never about the pleasure and it's just about words, then you truly love that individual. But if you talk more words and do pleasure, then you may as well just do words, man. Because words is more than pleasure. You understand? But what you guys can do is, if you're eating peanut butter and bread, then before you place the actual spoon or cutlery into a bowl or somewhere to wash, then just go over the actual cutlery with a towel or use a nice and beautiful tissue and start cleaning your cutlery before the next use, please, because it's much better to do that than to leave food on the actual knife for 24 hours than to clean it up after 24 hours. So clean the actual knife now, clean your cutlery right now, so it's actually clean for you now before you eat it, before you actually eat next time, yeah? So what I'm doing now is, because my spoon over here has already peanut butter on it, so instead of me placing it in the bowl now to wash it after 24 hours, I lick it off now and I fucking get the tissue paper and I start fucking cleaning it now, because that way it's all clean, yeah? And now it's all ready for the next use, yeah? So it's much better for me to do that than to fucking clean after 24 hours with peanut butter on it. Which is a big difference, because if that happens, then just go wash it, please. If you have fucking peanut butter on the fucking spoon for 24 hours, then fucking go wash the whole spoon. Is what I'm saying. But if it's just peanut butter just for a second here, then fucking lick it off and get some tissue and fucking clean it. It's a big difference. And why is that? Because of hygiene and germs, mate. You can see it. So anyway, so what I'm doing now is I'm just cleaning up my nice beautiful desk over here, which is my bed. I just sat on the bed, yeah? And what did I really eat? I had 4 fucking breads. I had 4 breads with peanut butter. That's it. That's all I ate, man. So I'm actually understanding so much more about life now. So what I want to do is I want to speed throughout life in a better way. I want to go search up some things about different aspects of life, like DJing deck and what can I do with DJing deck and stuff like that. So I'm understanding that what I want to do is have some peanut butter, and this nice and beautiful bowl is something I can go and clean it with an actual... I actually understand something. I actually rather just go and do that now. And rather just go and clean it with my tissue. And now tissue paper right now to clean this, or else it's much more how it is, man. So I'll just clean it anyway. So making sure they understand that no matter what, you must always make sure that everything is nice and clean inside of your bowl. Make sure you clean your bowl after use. Make sure that you're understanding straight away that you're doing a greater job for yourself, yeah? Make sure you understand straight away how you need to go and love your life. But you see that guy over there? What she only fucking wants for me to do is to give them money for service. And they never fucking care about my words. First, they never care about my words, do they? The guy over there for my hostel thing over here, she never cares about my words, does he? Nah. The first thing he says when he says, do you want a card or cash? Say, I'll give you a card, mate. She never cares about talking to me, mate. She cares about getting money from me, mate. That's why I never care about him either. And I care about him to understand something. I was knocking on the door a bit, and guess what? He was never there. But that's the thing. I promise you that what you need to do right now is understand that you're worthy of everything in life. Because you have to understand that if you're understanding anything about life, that God came to you. God said you're worthy of God, mate. I promise you, you understand? Jesus Christ says that you're worthy of Jesus Christ, mate. So never let fucking people tell you that you're never worthy when Jesus Christ tells you you're fucking worthy, mate. You understand? Do you understand the fucking 10 Commandments of God was given for you, man? The 10 Commandments of God was fucking given for you to live life. Come on, mate. You can see it. And you can see God fucking appreciates you in the words over here and says you're fucking worthy, and lift yourself up and motivate yourself through the 10 Commandments of God, mate. Because it's fucking for you, mate. And Jesus Christ dies for you because he gave you the fucking 10 Commandments of God. Do you understand that in the words, man? And God fucking gave you the story of Jesus Christ, for fuck's sake. He cares about you. And he says you're fucking worthy, mate. You understand? And he tells everybody that they're worthy, mate. So make sure you're never around people who fucking feel... Make sure that you're never around people who make you feel like shit in life. I have to wash that altogether. I have to wash my bowl and cutlery altogether because this bowl over here, I have this lid that's fucking been in food for fucking 24 hours, so I want to wash everything together. And that's it, man. A little bit that way. So before I do anything else, I'm just studying, yeah? But make sure you understand that the 10 Commandments was given to you from God. So you can go and love life, mate. And you can see how Moses cares about you too, and all the people of the Bible care about you too, man. Because they're all fucking working for you, mate. Or these people on fucking YouTube who are giving you free information care about you on some level, man. Was they're giving you fucking free information. I mean, yeah, they're giving you free information. Or should those people who are never fucking trying to hurt you are caring about you at some level. And they find you attractive. At some level, man. You understand? Yeah. So understand that, please. But those people who want to fucking physically hurt you are people who want to kill you, and they never care about you, mate. Those are the fucking Pharisees, mate. The Pharisees are fucking people who want to kill you, mate. I mean, yeah. I mean, the Pharisees of life are the ones that break the 10 Commandments. I mean, never find yourself around those people. And never fucking place your mouth in terms of... I mean, place your mouth, but listen. I mean, never place fingers in your mouth to fucking place it on your clothing. I mean, use a tissue paper. What I'm saying anyway, but what's important for me now is understanding that I have to do my Instagram. I'm not saying that I feel much more alive, but making sure anyway that what's important for me is learning to grow. But I have to get myself a towel. A little bit for a shower with today, and that's a fucking thing, man. A little bit, I understand this, but guess what? A little bit. Or should now never be shaming yourself about anything. We have to understand that food and drinks is pleasure, isn't it? But make sure you understand that you have to go and grow yourself and go and do what you want, but make sure you're understanding to delay gratification as much as you can all the time. But guess what? But you should talk over the pleasure. You talk over pleasure, and that's it. I mean, if you talk over the pleasure, guess what's happening? I mean, then you are understanding that it's more about the words regardless. And each time you talk over pleasure, then you're delaying gratification in the words, even though you're doing pleasure. But guess what? But yeah. But it's more how the pleasure alone convinces you that pleasure is the way and never the words. If you're talking words over the pleasure, then what you're doing is you're sussing the pleasure out and you're understanding the words. And now, the pleasure is something that you're delaying because you're speaking words, mate. And that's the thing, man. And that's why I'm understanding straight away that if you're going the word of pleasure, then understand to never kill, but go the fucking word of lie, mate. Lie is more important than pleasure, mate. I make sure of it. Make sure of it. So what I want to do is I want to dress into my nice and beautiful tracksuit pants. But guess what? I realize now that I can make hardstyle music as well with what I'm doing. But guess what? I understand that no matter what, that I feel I have more pleasure and treasures in the fucking words I speak than anything else, man. And it's a fucking fairy tale. And it's a fucking truth, mate, too. You understand? And now a fairy tale is never a myth. But a fairy tale is true too. But a fairy tale can be a myth too. And it can be a lie. But no, approach of fairy tales are true, mate. Approach the story of the 3 little pigs is true. And so is the Goldilocks equation, mate. And you must understand, the fairy tales can be something in life. But anything that has no fucking words is never a fairy tale, but it's a myth, mate. For true, anything that never speaks words is a myth in life. I understand my biological dad never speaks words to me, for fuck's sake, and guess what? I never want to fucking be around him. But my biological mum sent me some words over here of encouragement again. But she fucking did. But is she sending me money that I asked for? Which that's the thing. She never wants to help me out with money. So what she's saying here is go away because she feels that she's being hurt by my words over here. So what I do is I let her be. And that's the thing about my mum. Because I'm, at the moment, leaving her forever when she's like that. And the same thing with my biological dad, I never want to be around her as well. When she's like that, she feels that my words are hurting her, then I never want to fucking talk to her again. You understand? So that's the thing. I mean, she's attracting her life right now to never talk to me. But I feel that what's going to happen with her is she's going down that road. She's going down the road where she's never going to talk to her son ever again. Because her son never wants to talk to her anymore. And I mean, the thing is, I want to talk to her always. I want to talk to everybody. But then they want to talk to me. And that's the thing. So my biological dad, and those people who never messaged me today, are going to get something coming. And they're never going to have my messages coming at them. Make sense? So the thing is, for myself right now, I'm understanding that since they're like that, I mean, since they're so negative with words to me, then what I do is I move on. But my biological dad is positive with words. Or she's very positive with words right now. Or she says he's going to call the police, for example. Or she's positive with words, I promise you. But I'm positive too. I just have to fucking go somewhere else. But my mum, in terms of my biological mum, is fucking negative, man. But she's fucking negative about me. Now, my biological dad's winning over my biological mum right here. I promise you. And to me, my biological mum is much more scary than my biological dad, man. So I'm understanding that right now. I'm understanding that, but that's the thing. Whereas my biological dad's honest and he wants to fucking find where the knife is. When he's honest. But that's the thing, man. I understand that all I want to do is do life. I tease him like this. I make him fucking run for that knife, mate. I mean, he wants to fucking find the knife still. But guess what? I mean, the thing is that he has no word I. And because he has no word I understand it can get dangerous, man. But that's the thing. I mean, that's why I want to leave. And that's why I want to leave him totally. Because I understand that he has no word I. And now his word may be positive. He has no word I, mate. Now he may be positive, but guess what? Is he finding his word I now? Well, definitely. He's definitely finding his word I now. And he's definitely trying to be positive. But is my biological mum finding her word I now? Whereas that's the thing. I can see this. I can see she's never trying to kill me, for example. So from my perspective, yes. Or she's still trying to find the word I, mate. So I ask Jesus Christ to leave some words here. I see Jesus Christ is saying that Danny's in this equation where his biological mother is very negative on him, but his biological dad has no word I, but he is positive on him. And now, Danny Milivojevic needs to understand that he can go to his biological dad, but he feels that he's much better off going the distance alone than being with his biological dad, because he feels he needs to run away. And he feels the tug here to understand that's the best decision for him. And I understand that. So Danny Milivojevic is saying right now that he wants to just do better. And he wants you to go fucking run away. Although guess what? Jesus Christ says that he also wants to do that for himself eventually. So Jesus Christ saying that I'm in Danny Milivojevic's boat. And that's it. I want to be able to understand this. I understand that. But the thing is, I want to be running away from the people as much as I can now. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm running away from other people. I'm running away. I mean, they're chasing me. I'm running away. I mean, it's like cops and robbers. But I'm the copper who's running away from the robber, mate. I'm the copper, mate, who's running away from the robbers. Because the robbers are chasing me, mate. I mean, yeah. I mean, who's chasing me? I mean, fucking 9 to 5 people, mate. And the government are the robbers, mate. Or they're the robbers. And the coppers are working for the robbers. You understand? Well, yeah. Well, what would you rather do? I mean, that's a scary scenario. I'd rather be the copper anyway. I'd rather be the copper working for the robber than the robber in that situation, mate. Which that's a different scenario. But the coppers over here that are working for the robbers are running after the robbers. And they're the coppers. But the coppers are running now after a copper as well. And they find out I'm a copper. And they fuck off. But are they really running after a copper? Probably nah. Probably long term, they're never running after me long term. The thing is, listen, whereas my bullshit dad is trying to make me a robber. You understand? And that's why the coppers are doing this. I'm a copper because I understand my bullshit dad being a robber right now. Which that means he wants to rob me from something. Or he wants to rob me from my life, mate. Or in those words, I understand that. But what I can do is I can message him to see how he is. I can message him to see how he is. But guess what? Or Jesus Christ says, yeah, ask Jesus Christ what to do. Or Jesus Christ says, no. Or Jesus Christ says, never send him a message. Because that message is reflecting a different scenario. But move on. And let's go the better way. I don't want to be around the robber anyway. Or he wants to rob me of something because he feels like someone did rob him of a knife, mate. So what he wants to do is grab the knife to rob me of my life, mate. Or now, is that the case? Or should I feel that way? I ask Jesus Christ. I mean, Jesus Christ says, Daniel Milivojevic feels that his biological dad wants to kill him because Dule, because of his biological dad, is somebody who is missing a knife and is calling the cops to find his knife. And he feels they lost something here. So what happens is Daniel Milivojevic feels that he needs to run away from his biological dad because his biological dad is rampaging on him on a fucking knife, mate. So the thing is, I'm understanding that since that's the case, I have to run away. Because it's like your little baby asking you for a knife all the time. I mean, how fucking stupid is that? I mean, you never need a knife, do you? I mean, do you need a knife to eat life? Well, you never fucking need a knife, do you? But you can do something else, yeah? That's what I'm saying, yeah? But my bullshit that needs a fucking knife to eat meat. For sure. Does Jesus Christ need a knife to eat meat? But Jesus Christ says that he can use a knife. Or he can use a knife. But he says also that he can use something else. And Jesus Christ says he can use his hands too. Or sure that now you must see this. Or else my bullshit dad needs the knife, mate. But he has another knife. Or she has other knives, mate. I mean, why is he looking for the knife that I have? Or she has other knives. I mean, why isn't he letting it go? Why does he have to go to a police to find the knife, mate? I mean, he has the fucking other knives, mate. That's fucking sus to me, mate. I should Jesus Christ to say something. When Jesus Christ says, that's the thing about Dule. He is somebody who is my biological dad. And he feels necessary to find his knife when he has other knives. I mean, it looks like a serial killer, man. Yeah. It looks like a fucking serial killer, mate. That's fucking scary, yeah? I mean, it's like a baby. I mean, it's like your little baby that's just born today asks you where the fucking knife is 24/7. And then you say, I don't know where the knife is. But you're the one who didn't get the knife. But then you say, I don't know where the knife is. Just to see his reaction. And then he says, he's calling the cops, or she's calling the cops. And your little baby's now calling the cops after 24 hours of looking for the knife. Because your baby has another 10 knives in the drawer. Oh, what the fuck is happening, man? I mean, it's fucking, just like that, yeah? I mean, for fuck's sake, man. That's fucking scary to me. So it fucking makes me run away, man. I have to run. I say, run, man. And I say, never come back, man. and never come back. But I feel in a temptation over here to do pleasure because I understand that for myself over here it's more about the words. But the thing is for me, I understand that every single day that if I expose everything totally, guess what, I'm free in the words anyway, aren't I? So guess what, Brosh, it's more how I feel that I can do everything in my power to just go relax, to enjoy myself in the words, because I understand that people who are shifty want pleasure, mate. They want pleasure more than words, mate. Because that's what they're looking for. Because they're looking to die, mate. Because they're looking to do nothing but trouble, mate. That's why I'm understanding my life much better. But if you want to be positive now, I'm realizing something. You direct all the words that you want to say to somebody to yourself. And now we treat people how now we treat our people how we treat ourselves and never how other people treat us. But the thing is, that I say we have to treat ourselves better. And that way, just stick to that. So anything that I may say to other people is what I need to refer to myself first. And if I repel to myself first in everything I say, then that's my word I. So get your communicational skills and never throw it at other people. Throw your communicational skills back at yourself. And instead of talking to other people, talk to yourself, because that's how you find your word I. So what you want to do is anybody who talks to other people more wants pleasure from them. You understand? But anybody who talks to themselves more wants the word I more than the pleasure. And talk to yourself more. And then do you want pleasure with yourself only? With words or pleasure? I'd rather have words with myself. But if you have both, which now that's the whole show. That's even better, isn't it? I mean, just go and live life. Because you have to have pleasure and words together instead of just pleasure. But that's the thing, man. You must understand. Talk words is how you make it much better.